Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh no, sir. Soundwave's a radio, not a truck.
Soundwave superior. Autobots inferior.
Yes.
You suck.
Hey, Boombox, kick it. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers figure, and it's from Robots in Disguise Combiner Force. It's Soundwave. And I was really looking forward to this figure coming out, even though he's not quite what we've seen in the show so far. He's made one appearance in the show where he was in his drone mode, just kind of in the new format, cartoon version. But yeah, I'm hoping this means he's going to come back in the next season and get a reformatted vehicle mode, which will be very cool. Maybe he'll be more prominent. Definitely cool. I like the sculpt so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Soundwave in packaging, and it's the same packaging we've been getting. It says Transformers, Robots in Disguise. Get some really nice artwork up there of Soundwave, but it doesn't look like it's from the show, really, so I wonder if we'll ever actually see him in the show again. There he is in his robot mode, his vehicle mode, which looks like a combo of Transformers Animated and War for Cybertron, which is kind of interesting. But I like the colors. It's definitely very Soundwave-like. Side of the package has a picture of Soundwave there. Nothing on that side, but we do get the cool little hexagon things right there, so that's kind of cool. So just kind of a close-up. It's Soundwave Combiner Force. There he is, looking all kinds of cool. There's the artwork. It's Robots in Disguise, so yeah, kind of neat. And then if you want to look at the side art, there it is. Transformers. Back of the packaging, very similar to what we've got. How to play the game, robot, vehicle, 14 steps, and then it's got the instructions, which drives me crazy. They do that there. Just give us a sheet with the instructions on this line, guys. So yeah, Soundwave, vehicle, and then instructions. If you want to pause and read these, you can. We'll just kind of cycle through them. So yeah, those are the instructions forever on the interwebs. So let's go ahead and get Soundwave out of box and see what we think. So here we have Soundwave out of the package, and if you hear anything in the background, it's very nice out finally after about a week, and people are out mowing the grass and whacking weeds and stuff, so it's gonna get loud. But I'm definitely digging this interpretation of Soundwave. I really like it. I love the Transformers Prime Soundwave type head. It's got some really nice light piping, which I will show off here in a little bit. There are a couple things about this figure that kind of disappoint me. The ball sockets are kind of goofy, and transformation on this, the instructions are horrible. I'll kind of explain that when I get into that part of the review. And he doesn't come with a laser beak, which is very sad. Really, that's probably my biggest disappointment, is the lack of a laser beak, although the hands are kind of annoying, and I'll talk about that transformation as well. I would have liked, if I would have got a laser beak out of this guy, I would have been very, very happy. He does have not one, but two unofficial boombox modes, and I will show that off in this video as well. But overall, not a bad interpretation of Soundwave. I like the paint. The apps are pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, overall, pretty decent. Now, he does have two plate gimmicks, I guess you could call them. One is his little shoulder mount cannon. I love the color blue, that kind of metallic cobalt blue. He can obviously hold it up here on his shoulders. He's got two pegs back there. And then he can hold it as a gun in his hand, which really kind of looks like a blow dryer. That just looks really silly. I'm going to take it out of his hand here for articulation on the toy itself. It's definitely, I mean, it's a Soundwave thing. Just put the thing up in his shoulder. Alright, so as far as articulation goes on the figure, his head is on a ball socket, so he can look up and down. He looks left and right, which is very cool. His shoulders up here have a hinge at the... And this thing is so out of focus. Come on, buddy. Whoosh. Ta-da! He's got a shoulder hinge right here, primarily for transformation. Then he's got a ball joint right here, which is kind of annoying because the ball joints kind of pop out pretty easy, which is troublesome. He has a ball joint at his elbow, which that one works pretty well. I do dig that. There is no articulation in the hand, not even for transformation, and that is a pain in the ass. At least give us a flip hand, and again, this is not in focus at all. Give us a flip hand for transformation, at least. That would have been nice. He does have a twist at the upper waist up here, which is interesting rather than at the lower. He's got hip joints. They are also on ball sockets, and they pop out pretty easy as well, which is annoying. He has a mushroom peg twist at the upper thigh, and then he has a joint at the knee. There's also some ankle jointage, but that's mainly for transformation. So the other play gimmick that this guy has is his, his light piping, and it's really, really nice. So I'm going to see if I can, there we go. Yeah, I mean, that just looks awesome. So cool. Very nice. It sits on my coffee table and just picks up the TV light behind it. Just awesome. I love that. I think that they did a fantastic job with that, and I think Transformers need to bring the light piping back. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, again, I love the sculpt on the face. It's got that Transformers Prime look with a more animated feel. The chest is pretty cool, but it catches a lot of light because it's got that weird angle, but I like the gold. I wish there was more gold on him. Love the metallic blue on his gun, the paint apps, the kind of translucent plastic wheels. I mean, they're okay. I guess it's to be Cybertronian. I wish they were gold, though. I think that would have been a lot cooler. I do like the orange in the face. I think that looks really nice. Sculpt-wise, they did a pretty good job. We don't know if it's going to be in comparison to an actual character on the show or not. I'm hoping, but who knows. Overall, I think they did a good job at redesigning him. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, the arms are pretty decent. I like the dark gray. He's got these orange painted wristbands. The hands look pretty decent. I just wish there was some articulation there. The waist is good. I like the gray on the legs. Everything is pretty decent. It holds together pretty well, save for some of the ball joints wanting to pop out. Back of the figure looks pretty decent for what it is. Not a lot of gappage, just some minor pieces, but overall, nice. Taking a look at the legs of the figure, and I think they did a really good job with the engineering on this aspect of it. The feet are very stable. I love how the wheels kind of go up in the sides of the legs. The design's good. It's got that nice metallic blue paint in there. I like the grays. The kneecaps look nice. And I like how the wheels kind of fold in and the pieces all kind of box in his legs. Again, I think this is good engineering. There's no real gappage anywhere. They fold up well. They make nice bulky legs for Soundwave, and they scored an A+ on this design. Now for comparison, here we have Soundwave next to Combiner Force Wavemate Storm Shot. I don't know if they're actually Wavemates or not. I guess he is. He's the later half of this wave, I guess. And yeah, very cool. He does also come with Blur as a wave mate. You know, he doesn't come with Blur, but Blur is also in the wave that Soundwave came out in, which was after Storm Shot. So I'll probably pick up Blur at some point, but definitely had to get me a Soundwave. Of course, Soundwave is a Transformer, and he transforms. So let's go ahead and transform Soundwave into his official mode and see what we think. So here we have Soundwave in his vehicle mode, which is very Cybertronian. I guess it's a Cybertronian truck. It really reminds me of a cross between Transformers Animated, especially up here on this grill piece, and the War for Cybertron Soundwave vehicle mode, which is interesting. It's got these really cool looking translucent orange tires, but I kind of wish those were gold actually. There's just not enough gold on the figure. We get these nice purple headlights up here looking cool. The biggest thing that bugs me in this mode, well, transformation, I'll talk about that. The hands, so just kind of a close-up. The hands just kind of sit out there, which is annoying. I like the front end of the vehicle. Looks cool. I love the reddish-orange windows in here. Very cool. Looks very armored. Very neat. Definitely digging that. But transformation is kind of problematic in the fact that this piece here has a double hinge under here, so when you flip Soundwave's head, the whole stage is coming down. When you flip Soundwave's head in, then you have to do a double swing to get it to line up with this cab. So be aware there is a double hinge there. It doesn't feel like it wants to go, but it will. And then also, to get the legs back up underneath the cab in the back, if I can get it to focus here, there is a hinge, a pin hinge on his waist that just does not feel like that this is going to separate from the front of it. You need to grab it from behind and flip it down. It will go. That took me almost half a night to figure out how to do that, and the instructions are terrible at explaining that, so be aware. Now, Soundwave does have two unofficial boombox modes, which is very, very cool. So pick the one that you like the best. There's one I found on the internet, and then one I kind of came up with myself. So I'm going to show you the one that I found on the internet first, and then the alternate version that I did. So here's the unofficial mode that I found on the internet, and it looks okay, I suppose. It's all compact in, and I like the top half. The biggest issue I've got with it is that the tape deck piece is upside down. Other than that, I mean, it looks pretty decent. A Cybertronian boombox, I suppose, so definitely kind of cool. You basically unhinge the front piece twice, fold up the legs, clamp them together, kind of like you were in Transformation, and then fold the arms around, and yeah, so that's pretty much that. Kind of cool, kind of neat. I do like it. I think that looks kind of fun, but there is another version of the boombox that you can do as well. And now for my version or versions, because you can kind of make a few alternates here on how to make him look more like the, more Soundwave-ish boombox maybe? I don't know. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So you can go with a mode like this where it's got the pieces out like such, or you can take it a little bit further, which is kind of the way I like to go with it. Here you go, you got him kind of spread eagle and the speakers out. I think this looks more like Soundwave's boombox than the previous one I did just a second ago. But definitely cool that you can kind of get him into those boombox type of modes. I don't know if I like this one better or if I like the one I found off the internet, but they're both very cool looking and they look kind of fun up on the shelf. So is Soundwave a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you're a Soundwave completist, yes, of course, you're going to get it. If you like the new Robots in Disguise line, then this is something you're going to want to pick up. I actually think this is one of the better figures out of the line thus far. I hope we see him again in the show. Again, in the show, he had his drone mode in the episode that we got him in. He was just Transformers Robot Disguised. Hopefully he comes back, he gets this new design, which would be cool, I think, to be an interesting episode or three. The only things that bug me about this, the ball joints kind of pop out real easy, which that can be fixed pretty simple with some floor polish. The hands, I wish those folded in during Transformation, and I wish he had a laser beak. One of the few things that really kind of bugged me about it. So, and those are nitpicks, really. Overall, this is a good toy. So out of the line, this is definitely one to pick up. I do recommend him. He looks cool. I love the light piping. I love the metallic blues. And if, like I said, you're a Soundwave enthusiast, he's going to look really nice up on the shelf. And I gotta say, I love me a good unofficial mode. So there he is, Soundwave from Combiner Force in Transformers Robots in Disguise.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.